If you had to describe this show in one word, what would it be?
Uncanny.
Sex.
Yeah.
Saturation.
Whoa. T. That's so funny. Welcome to my studio. This is where all the magic has been happening. This collection is titled Sex and Saturation, which tends to be a little bit off-putting to some people because sex is often a taboo subject, right? It's not something that we like to talk about. Nudity in art is stripped of its sexuality in order to become more academic, which is an interesting concept because nudity does not always need to be seen as sexual. However, artists who have meant to put sexuality into their work, it's essential that we learn to understand when they mean to do that, because sex is a part of being human. Reproduction is a part of being human in both the sense of creating artwork and the act of reproduction itself as sex. Today I'm going to be finishing this triptych. I'm going to be extending the arms here, like this.
The strength of these particular paintings is that you've done a couple of different things. You've looked back in art history and you've been inspired by, some really canonical masterworks.
This painting that we see behind me, it is a rendition of The Birth of Venus by Botticelli. In the original painting, she is covering up or displaying that full nudity in all of her presence. The other thing, conceptually, my pieces have different relying undertones in association with sex. So this piece particular is talking about marketed forms of beauty in womanhood. When we think about Aphrodite or Venus, her story, a man's secretion in the ocean or one of his testicles being dropped in the ocean, right? There was no woman that birthed her, that played a part in her creation, which for me is symbolic of this idea of beauty in our current modern day world being also inherently marketed towards us by men.
The fact that you're using these ultra rich, saturated colors just, really just rips the shrouding off and makes everything feel so much more alive.
I'm gonna start by just resetting my palette here. I use palette paper, which makes it nice. Look at all those pretty colors. And what this palette paper does that is different from using a palette, I can't actually see the color by itself when I'm doing this because colors have relationships, and so this green might look more blue because it's on top of a very green green. That kind of makes sense. When I'm working with paint on a fresh canvas like this, my first goal, taught to me by one of my first painting teachers, is to fill up this white space as quickly as possible. So before I was talking about color relationships, and when you have white on the canvas, you can't fully see the color relationship that you're trying to create or that is appearing with the colors you're laying down. Creation as a form of self-discovery is really important in this collection. It's one of the things that I actually learned while developing it and going through a lot of mental, emotional, and spiritual growth. Expression reveals the unknown and puts it in the physical plane. When we create, we're really reproducing parts of ourselves. When we are able to reproduce ourselves in a physical plane, it allows others to understand us better as well, even if there are things that we are just figuring out about ourselves. other people are able to connect with the things that we are being really vulnerable about when we're creating and making art. One of the most essential things that I learned while working on this project is that empathy really is a spiritual practice. Our ability to share with others and experience it with others is really just a reflection of how we're able to experience things ourselves and how we're able to connect with other people. One of my favorite sayings is to create is to connect, and I think that is really evident in this collection as well. I think making art is always a journey because I feel like you always hate it before it starts to work a little bit even. Yeah. This is the layout conceptually.
The layout, okay.
That I'm thinking of. And all the dashes are the mirrors
Yes.
that I'm looking at, so they're pretty evenly spaced out.
And now I see what you were talking about in terms of as the viewer goes by it, they can't help but see their reflection.
Yeah.
My only worry is that if this is too prominent,
Okay.
it becomes a focal point over these.
Sure.
But you kind of won't know unless you
I
lay
put it
everything
out,
out.
yeah.
You play everything out.
I mean, I'm not, like, if I need to move some things around, because this is not size accurate either.
Yeah.
I just
The only reason why I'm saying that is because as people move, the motion of the mirror is going to catch their attention over your images.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm okay with that a little bit too,
Okay.
because I mean, it is, the collection is about like confronting self too, so if they're
Mhm.
looking at themselves, these will be framing it no matter what.
Yeah, that'll look good. It'll be nice and it'll be dense.
Today we are hanging my show on this wall, and it doesn't look anything like how I planned it, but I did a quick test hang a few days ago, and we reworked the whole thing, and so now everything's going to be moved up higher, and we are starting with the Birth of Venus piece.
Without a light, looking at the shattered pieces of a broken life, wondering where everything had gone so wrong. If I were now a castaway, I would feel less alone. Suddenly the door I see is open.
So just finished hanging, took about 2 hours. Big thank you to Nico Nyman for helping me. Still have a few props to put up, but this is it. This is all of the work that I've been doing for 2 years. And it's kind of emotional to see it all together, so yeah.
Hi everyone, welcome to my vlog. Today we'll be looking at Abby's show.
I know all your family.